Tina Peters, the indicted Mesa County election clerk who, of course, was arrested and has been charged but not yet convicted of copying voting machine data from a county in Colorado, has come out with quite an explosive bombshell. And that bombshell is this. According to Ms. Peters, Lauren Boebert is the individual who actually encouraged her to copy that voting machine data. In other words, according to Tina Peters herself, the person who convinced her to commit that crime was none other than sitting Representative Lauren Boebert. Now, Boebert's campaign, of course, has come out and completely denied all of these claims. But they can't deny the fact that in the past, Lauren Boebert has been very vocally supportive of Miss Peters and her efforts. So, if Miss Peters does in fact have evidence to back up her claims that Lauren Boebert's the one who, quote, encouraged her to break the law, then Lauren Boebert herself, who, by the way, today's her primary day, she could be facing some very serious legal consequences, right? There's conspiracy, there's possible coercion, all kinds of things, fraud. All of these could be charges leveled against Lauren Boebert, assuming, of course, Tina Peters does in fact have evidence that Boebert is the one who convinced her to do this, or as she put it, encouraged her to do this. And therein lies the problem. We have seen recently, obviously, claims being made against Lauren Boebert that turned out to not be true, or at least unverifiable, I think is a better way to put it. So we have to take these new allegations, of course, with a grain of salt. Obviously, there's a lot of people out to get Lauren Boebert, but is Miss Peters actually one of them? What does she have to gain from throwing this sitting lawmaker who's been very supportive of her under the bus? Could it result in lesser charges against Ms. Peters? Is she attempting to work out a plea deal? Those are questions for which we currently do not have any answers. But again, these allegations against Boebert are in fact, pretty substantive. If she can prove this could easily result in Lauren Boebert going to a federal prison for several years. Forget about what happens in the primary. If Peters can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Lauren Boebert was somehow, in any way, involved in this scheme, then that would be the end of Lauren Boebert's political career. So, Peters, you made the allegations. You actually made these allegations this past Friday. So if you can back these up in any way, if there's any documentation, hell, even if you only have phone records from Lauren Boebert to you, right? Calling you before you did the thing, you have to release those to the public. You have to submit those in court. Not only could it result in, perhaps you getting a couple of the charges against you lessened, but it may also save the country from another 2 years of Lauren Boebert.
One of today's video sponsors is Emmy, a plant-based ramen noodle that packs a huge amount of protein and minerals into your diet without adding the level of carbs found in instant ramen noodles. And right now they've got a special offer for our Ring of Fire viewers. Go to emmyeats.com/ROF, enter the code ROF at checkout to get $5 off of a variety pack. With only 6 grams of net carbs per serving, Emmy makes it easy to reach your health goals. It's packed with protein, 21 grams of protein to be exact, so each serving of Emmy helps you stay full longer. Emmy is 100% plant-based and dairy-free, and it has 18 grams of fiber, which is up to 4 times more fiber than other instant ramen brands. And unlike the sodium and preservative-laden ramen packs on the shelf, Emmy's nutrition-packed ramen has up to 35% less sodium than their competitors and leaves you full and satisfied without the post-ramen bloating and thirst. Emmy is super easy to prepare in the microwave or stovetop, and you can have a bowl ready in just 7 minutes. Their delicious and comforting crafted plant-based flavors are spicy beef ramen, Tom Yum Shrimp Ramen, and Black Garlic Chicken Ramen. Emmy uses high-quality ingredients for the noodle and soup base with no unnatural preservatives. Emmy is also proud to offer a 100% happiness guarantee, so you can try Emmy risk-free and decide for yourself if it's worth it. If you're not happy with your Emmy, they will offer you a full refund within 30 days of your purchase. So click the link below and use code ROF at checkout, or go to emmyeats.com/ROF for $5 off your order. That's emmyeats.com/ROF, or just click the link below and use code ROF for $5 off of a variety pack today.